Peace and welcome to Earth Crowns. Today I'll be doing a very simple tutorial on a style of crown that I've named Aztlan. And Aztlan has so many rich history associated with it. It's kind of like an ode to my Mexican brothers and sisters. Aztlan was actually it's the mythological, as some scholars refer to, location of the Aztec people, which were one of the many indigenous ethnic groups which comprised of pre-Columbian I guess, right, Mexica, or Mexican, or as we would refer to them today, Mexican empire. And obviously it was a powerhouse. It was actually one of the last very powerful empires prior to the conquest of the Spaniards in the New World. And so I know that lately, going to the stores, I'm not a big shopper, but going to the stores, I don't know, designers have named different types of prints of scarves. They named them Aztec, like Aztec design. So, in thinking of that, it reminds me of how much other stuff is associated with the realness of what Aztec meant, prior to these modern times. And so it's an ode, really. So I want to give a shout out to my boy Oscar. And I want to show you the scarf. It was given to me by a sister earth friend of mine, and it's an Aztec print, as people are referring to them. Now, I don't know how exact these Aztec prints are, whether they really are historically correct in terms of the designs that the Aztec people used in pre-Columbian times. But it's a very simple wrap, and it's a high wrap. Because I kind of want to, pay that homage to these people. So I'm also going to be using, again, I'm going to be using a headband for the back part here. And it's a blue headband. So I'm going to go and place it on me, right? I'm going to place it in a diagonal way. So it's your right, but it's my left. And I kind of want the effect of the black from the cap to show. So this will show, okay? And again, I'm going to be using this scarf, okay? And I'm just going to fold it because it's big, okay? It's rectangular, but it's still wide enough where, it would cause my wrap to have some... it would cause it not to be nice and neat all throughout. So I'm going to go ahead. I folded it, right? And I'm going to bring it up until about here, right? It could be a little bit more back too. It depends. I'll play around with it as we go along. And I'm going to check to make sure that my ends, this is a little bit off. I'm going to make sure that the ends match. So they're not matching totally yet. So I'm going to try this again. And yes, they are matching. So let me just reorganize this here. Okay. So you see, we have that. And so what I'll do is, I'm not going to tie it in the back. Okay. I just brought it like this. All right. So I didn't tie it in the back. And what I'll do is, but I still have the tails. And the reason why I didn't tie it in the back, because I kind of want the effect of, just one unified head wrap without any bulk in the back. So I'm just going to bring up the tail, expand it as much as I can. And then I'm going to put it in the back, and I'll be checking the back again, okay? So that's just the initial, how it's looking initially like. So I'm going to bring this up a little bit, and now I'm going to do the same thing with this tail. And I'm going to bring it around. And just continue to open it. And I'm going to look for somewhere to put this in through. And now I'm just kind of arranging it. And bringing this more to the front. Okay, and I'm gonna go get my mirror. I totally forgot my mirror. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna look at to see how the back is going, and depending on how the back is, then I'm going to continue to rearrange. So that back actually doesn't look bad at all. And if you notice, so that's what kind of the effect that I was looking for is, you know, kind of like no bulkiness there in the back. Okay. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and put my earrings. They kind of go with the wrap itself and the colors. So there we go. And again, they're kind of hoopy. So, this is my Aztlan wrap. And, you know, Mexican history is extremely rich. It's amazing. And we should become familiar with that, you know, and this kind of goes into this conversation about, you know, wrapping and making crowns and, you know, how old is it, which I'll probably be talking about in another tutorial. But there we have it. It's very simple. It's highlighting just one fabric. Sometimes, you know, the scarf or the fabric is so beautiful that you just want it to speak for itself. And that's what I kind of wanted it to do. I mean, you have these amazing lines, right? And again, there we go. And it shows that crown, when you make crowns, when you head wrap, there's a lot of mathematics involved. There's a lot of geometric patterns. I mean, if you notice, just putting it in this one, that's an angle, you know, and then we have the way in which I've positioned this, and the scarf itself has a lot of geometrical patterns. But yeah, I don't want to make this too long. This was one of a shorter tutorial. Thank you for joining me, and have a great day. Peace.